everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how I do my second day hair. I try to go about 2 to 3 days without washing it just to kind of keep it healthy and from drying it out. And it's really bad right now because I had lost a lot of hair last year due to stress of like what I went through. So yeah, it's just, and I need a haircut and I need my roots touched up, so it's not looking the best, but I thought I'd just go ahead and just show y'all what I do for second day hair. So yeah, so this is day 2. I had washed it yesterday and it's been slept on. I got a nice cowlick going on right there. Before I start anything, this is what my hair looks like. I didn't even brush it yet this morning. After I woke up, I just got ready and put the camera on. So we're gonna do my hair together. So first things first, let me take my ring off because I don't want to get any products in it. First, I start with misting my hair with it. This is the Win 319 Ultra Nourishing Replenishing Hair Treatment Mist. I like to do this just to kind of help refresh my hair. It kind of gives it a little bit dampness to it, just to kind of like rework with it, or whatever you want to call it. And it just kind of freshens it up. It has just a nice clean scent to it. Helps put moisture back in. I just kind of spray it everywhere. So I just kind of let that sit in there, and I kind of scrunch it up to get it in there, and then I'll take my brush and kind of brush it through. Ugh. So I'm looking a little like it's not, the grease isn't too bad. Oh, my roots are bad though, y'all. I'm so sorry. So anyway, after I kind of comb or brush through it, I take a different brush. This is actually the brush that I dry with. This brush, I got it from Ulta. This is the Olivia Garden, and it's got like the different kind of bristles in it. So I tried using it to blow dry my hair out, because I have sort of a natural kind of curl to my hair, but and to kind of straighten that out, I use this brush, because this one's like the bristles are all too close together, so it just didn't work right. But it's a good brush to just like brush through your hair with. So I just kind of use it just to kind of give it a good brush in the morning and also at night. This is a Revlon, I believe. I believe Debbie got me this from either Target or Walmart. I'm not sure. And it's wore out right here. I've only had it for like a year, not even a year. I think she bought it for me like last summer, because I mentioned that I wanted to try it. I seen it in a magazine, and she went get it for me. She's so sweet. But yeah, this is the one I like to use to dry my hair with. I also use it to take my blow dryer. I have 2 bad cowlicks like in the back of my hair, like my neckline, so it gives my neckline like this ducktail looking thing. So I like to like tame it down with some heat. I know that's probably bad, but that's just how it's got to be sometimes. But I usually put my hairdryer on hot, and then I use the low setting. This is a Rusk Speed Freak. I've been having this forever. I don't even remember when I got it, and I got it from my stylist years ago. But it's been a good hairdryer. I put it on the low setting on hot, and I just take this brush and just kind of get those cowlicks out in the back. Sorry for the noise. This is what I do, especially if I want to wear my hair down. Now, if I wear my hair up, I don't do this. But usually I like to curl it if I'm on my second day, just because it's got more products in it and it keeps the curl a little better when I curl it on the second day. Do the other side. This is so weird. Like, I'm trying to make sure I'm in frame. I just kind of go through it and just kind of tame it a little bit. And putting some heat to it kind of helps with the bed head. Tame it down a little bit. Oh, these roots, y'all, these roots. It's the only thing about blonde hair is like roots are really bad. But I mean, it doesn't, I mean, to me, it doesn't look bad. It's, I mean, it's okay. It's bad, but I'm good with it. You know, I'm not like, oh my God, I gotta get my hair done like right now. The way like the way we color it, it kind of grows out like, okay, it's not like a too blunt of a root right there. But anyway, I'm good with it. I usually go about 8 weeks on my hair color. But that's just me. Everybody's different. So weird. And then I just kind of blow it around. Tame everything down with some heat. Okay, and we're done with that. That was crazy. Alright, the next thing I do is I take my favorite dry shampoo, which is the Elizabeth and James Nirvana. Currently I am obsessed with the rose, just because it smells so good. So I just put, this is my original part, so I just put it in the part, and it does have a little bit of a whiteness to it, but that's gonna go away, I promise. Even if you have darker hair, that's gonna go away. So I just kind of separate it wherever I'm most oily at, and I like to get this little spot too, right there. And I just find, you know, the little parts where you're greasy, or where you want, if you're not, you know, super oily. This is fun. Just find spots where you want to like just lift your hair, because it gives it a little bit of some volume, especially like right at the crown, like right here. And I just keep going. This is so much fun. It's gonna be the best video ever. So I get my ducktail in the back, and yeah, whew, I'll probably kill people with this, with the fragrance of this stuff. So yeah, so then I kind of just let it like sit. I'll go do something like, I don't know, I'll go do some laundry or make my bed or whatever. So I just let it sit for a few minutes, just so the dry shampoo can soak up that oil. So we'll sit for a little bit, just for a couple minutes, like maybe 2 to 3 minutes, not long, just to let it, just to kind of let it marinate, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, let's see. So what's going on? So yeah, this week I have a hair appointment, so that'll be exciting. Oh, Debbie and I went to the movies this past, like last week, so this past Tuesday. We went to see A Quiet Place. It was a really good movie. I was super scared to go see it, because I just haven't really been into the scary movies lately. I usually love scary movies, but ones that they've been like making or showing just kind of really creep me out, like these strangers, and just things that like I feel like could possibly really happen just totally freak me out, and I just don't really like that. And I don't really like a lot of gore, even though I love The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead's not too gory. I mean, sometimes it can get, and I'm just like, okay, that's enough. But I don't know, when a movie's kind of like I don't even know how to explain it, but there are just a lot of movies out there right now that I'm just like not into, as far as like horror or things like that. I used to love, like back in the 90s, and when they had like Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, those things I'm good with. I love those type of movies, but the ones that they're coming out with today just kind of freak me out. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But anyway, A Quiet Place, I was a little worried about because I really didn't know too much of what it was about. And I didn't know if it was going to be gory. But Debbie asked me if I would like to go see it, if I would be interested. And I really did want to see it because the previews looked just really good. It's more like a thriller, but it was still like very intense. Like, by the end of it, Debbie and I were just like, oh, now we need a massage, because we were like this the entire time. But those are really good movies to me. I mean, it kept you on your toes, like I said, and it's just suspenseful, and like, you have to be like, it seems like it took place at like an apocalyptic time, because everything's pretty much shut down. You don't know how it got to that, but there's like no life. Kind of like The Walking Dead. If you would watch The Walking Dead, it's kind of like that. There's just nothing happening. No like civilization or anything like that. And you just kind of have to make it on your own. But but the thing is, you have to be very quiet, because these creatures that come out, it was very, if you've ever seen The Village, it had that kind of vibe to it, but it wasn't like they were pretending it was another era, like in The Village. They pretended like it was just another time and they were living off the land or whatever. They didn't have, what they really actually did have, that was over the fence or whatever. But The Village is really good, by the way, if you're into those kind of things. It's just a very suspenseful thriller kind of world. It's kind of had a weird vibe to it, but it was a really good movie anyway. So that's kind of how the feel I got for A Quiet Place. So there's these creatures apparently, and they only attack by sound. So you have to be very quiet. Like, there's no talking. There's a lot of sign language, which I thought was pretty cool. But there's subtitles, so I mean, you know what they're saying. But one of the characters, the daughter, is actually deaf in the movie. I don't want to give too much away, because in case you want to see it. But I guess that's how they know ASL. But things, of course, things start to happen, and like normal things in life happen. You're gonna fall and do something and make sounds. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna fall and break. And it's like, to me, you can't always be that quiet. So when like this happens, like, you're just like waiting for something to happen and come attack them or whatever is gonna happen. And it was just a really good movie. The wife is pregnant, so yeah. I'm not even gonna talk about that, but I'm sure you can follow me on that one. And she's due very soon. But it's just the way they live and have to handle everything is really cool. It was a really, really intense, really good movie. I will say I was a little disappointed in the ending, but yet it was a little badass. But there's room for something else. Like, I feel like there could be like a pre-movie, like a pre-sequel or something, like showing you how they came about this, or maybe even just a sequel. I'm not sure, but it just kind of leaves you like that, and that I was a little unsatisfied. Like, I was satisfied, but not really. You'll have to see it to see what I mean, but really good movie. Definitely check it out if you're a moviegoer. All right, I think we've got it. So I let it sit for a little while, so I'm just going to rub it in there now. You can really, when you start to rub it in, you can really, like, you can smell it. When I go get my hair done, she tells me, like, oh, your hair smells so good. Like, the first time I went to her, she asked me what kind of if I used dry shampoo and what kind was it, because she could smell something, and it was like it smelled really good. And so you see, it doesn't really, there's still a little bit of a white cast, but it's not, it's not bad, I promise. Because I used to use this even when I had dark hair. But yeah, she asked me, like, the first time I went to her, she was like, what is that? And I'm like, well, it's Elizabeth and James Nirvana dry shampoo. And she's like, oh my god, yes, it smells so good. So yeah, so your hair will smell good, if anything. Alright, so then I just take my brush and I just kind of brush it through a little bit. Get the product in there a little bit more. This front right here. So, and this is where I start to curl. So this is going to be, I'm going to put a mirror right here. So I'm going to be looking right here, so I can kind of tell a little bit of what I'm doing. But I use a 1-inch, and this is a Hot Tools. I got it from Ulta like years ago. It's pretty old, but it's still going strong. So so yeah, it is a 1-inch. So I usually start on this side, which is my left side, but that's just me. So I just kind of take just like sections at a time. I also like to use to help my hair hold. This is the Paul Mitchell Hot Off the Press, and I'm just gonna spray that a little bit. Kind of work it in there. I don't like to like spray and then put the heat right on it because it will like sizzle, and that kind of just scares me. So just take my iron and I curl it away from my face. And I like to leave, let's try that again. There we go. I like to leave a little bit out. And I leave it on there for about maybe 10 seconds. And kind of, if it's too curly, just kind of pull it down while it's still warm. And I just pretty much do the same thing all the way around my head. I just take little sections at a time. I read somewhere that you should take about the same amount of hair as you're curling on, so about like an inch of hair. I don't know where I read that, but I don't know if that's true. But that's what I try to do. But I keep going just away from my face. I used to kind of curl away, then curl in, curl away, curl in. But I don't know. I kind of rather the way it looks when I just curl it all the way away from my face. You don't always, like, I don't always use my brush to brush it out. Most of the time I just use my hands to kind of get the product in there. And yeah, this is it. I just go all the way around my head. When I get to the very back, it's a little harder to curl in, so I do take it a little different, and I curl it, instead of curling it away, I curl it towards the front of my face, just because sometimes it's just a little harder to, and I don't know, it's just whatever you want to do, but that's just kind of how I do it. So it's my curls are a little different in the back, but really it doesn't look any different. So I usually like do one half at a time. So I've done that half, so I'm gonna move on to this side, and I always just start in the front. That's just me. You can start anywhere. It doesn't have to be like a uniformed way of curling your hair. You can just do what you feel, or whatever curl comes out looking the best on you. So always I just leave a little bit of the end out. It just kind of gives it a more edgier look and not so like put together. And then of course it's gonna, as the day goes, I mean, my hair falls really easily. No matter what tricks I've tried to do, my hair just falls. It doesn't hold a curl very well. I mean, this helps it, especially like I said, second day hair. And just loading it down with products helps. but like tomorrow I'm not gonna be able to, like, it won't be curled. It'll just be straight. It might have a little wave to it, but it's nothing pretty. It's nothing I can get away with. But by the end of the day, these curls won't be, I mean, it's not gonna look like this. Okay, so here we go. My whole head is curled, and again, I just kind of let it cool before I do anything. If you, I mean, if you want to go ahead and start combing through it, you can. You just might lose a little bit of the curl. For me, since I already lose a lot of curl by the end of the day, I like to let it sit and just kind of marinate, let the heat like stay in there. I am so ahead of myself. I don't know what I was thinking. But today is only the 21st. Yeah, today's only the 21st. I was thinking it was like the end, like tomorrow was the last day of the month. I mean, Monday was going to be the last day of the month. I'm like jumping way ahead of myself. Like, I don't even know what what day of the week. What is it, Saturday? Yeah. I don't know where I was. But no, I don't get my hair done until the first week of May. So I still got a way to go. But like I said, it doesn't look that bad. I think it's cool. Yeah, it's kind of cooled down a little bit. So I like to do it two ways. Like, it just depends on what I'm feeling. I'll either just run my fingers through it, or I'll grab like a wide tooth comb. Any wide tooth comb that you have will do, and just kind of comb it through. Sometimes I do both. It just kind of depends. So I'm just going to run my fingers through it right now. Like, with my fingers, it just kind of gives it more of like a messy look. But if you run the comb through it, it's going to give you more of a like finished look. So it's just whatever I'm feeling. Like I said, sometimes I'll do both. Sometimes I'll run my fingers through it and I'm like, I don't like the way this looks. So I'll take the comb and run it through my hair like that. But today seems to be okay with my fingers. I don't want it to be like all perfect today. I'm not going anywhere. Just staying home. I might go run a few errands later, but I'll just be here. And I have to keep a trash can nearby because I'm a shedder. I mean, even before I lost my hair, or some of my hair, I was a shedder. Just like little bits of it, and it just, you know, I'm weird, and I just don't like hair flying everywhere, so I try to catch it and put it in the can. But I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all if I just comb through it with the comb. See how it just kind of, it's just not so messy looking. Like I said, sometimes I do both. It just all depends on what I'm feeling. So it kind of gives it a more like wavy, put together kind of look. And then you can just kind of go back with your fingers and mess it up a little bit. Whatever, you know, whatever feels right to you, whatever looks good on you. I'm not crazy with what's happening right here, but that's okay. Sometimes it doesn't always come out perfect. So I just, you know, you just play with it. I like to put like a styling oil in it just because my ends are a little dry. You don't have to do this, especially if like maybe you have all your hair is on the oilier side and, you know, maybe you don't need to, but also coloring my hair, or bleaching it, I should say, has made my ends a little bit more drier. Of course, my ends have always been dry, but anyway, beside the point. I like to use like styling oil. My particular favorite is by Paul Mitchell. It's the styling treatment oil from the Wild Ginger line. The only way you can get this, unfortunately, is through a Paul Mitchell stylist. So I used to get this from my stylist when I wasn't going to Aveda. They carried the Paul Mitchell line. So So when this runs out, I'm not sure what I'm going to use. So when that happens, I'll let y'all know. It's getting close, but it lasts a really long time. So I've actually been looking into some more styling oils because I know this one's coming to an end and I'm not sure where I would get it. They might have a place in the mall I could get it. But anyway, I just take it, I put a little pump in my fan and warm it up in my hands, and I just kind of scrunch it through my hair, especially paying more attention to the ends. And it also just kind of helps like mess it up a little bit. Now even like get some of my flyaways up there. It's just a styling oil. It's not, now if you do have to kind of watch how much you put. So for me, just like one little pump is enough. I've put too much before and it's been super oily and I've had to like rewash my hair. So just, you know, just be careful with that. But most styling oils will kind of be more on the drier side. Like right, my hands are like completely dry after putting it in my hair. So I just kind of like style it like that. And then I'll take my current favorite hairspray is the Aveda Air Control. This is the light hold hairspray. I do want to get the they have like a firmer hold one. I do want to get that one, but I just kind of spray it like towards the end and fluff it up as I go. But it just has a nice, it smells really good, but it just has a nice kind of light hold to it, so your hair isn't like, you know what I mean, how that sound? It might sound like that too, I don't know. But it just gives it a nice hold, but nothing that you like doesn't look, you know, it still looks a little flowy. What's happening back there? I'm not sure. I never know what my back looks like. Probably like in the 80s when the front of your hair was like perfect and the back was just like, looked like crap. But I try to make sure my hair in the back looks okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop spraying. My room's gonna smell like Aveda now, which isn't really a bad thing. But that's it. That's how I do my second day hair most of the time. If I'm not going anywhere on my second day, I usually just leave it alone. I'll put some dry shampoo in it, kind of brush it out, usually throw it up in a ponytail. But this is usually what happens on the second day. On my third day, by the third day, I can't do it. Like it doesn't want to lay down right. Even if I try to blow dry it, it just doesn't want to do it. It's just like, no. Usually by the third day, if I don't feel like washing my hair, I just put it up in a ponytail. I'll put some more dry shampoo in it if I need it. Sometimes I don't even do that. But yeah, third day is usually ponytail day, or I'll wash my hair. It just depends on what's going on that week. If I don't want to wear a ponytail, then I'll wash my hair. So yeah, just kind of like, I just kind of like have to feel it and see what's going on. But anyway, this is it. This is usually what happens on my second day of doing my hair. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'll have everything that I use linked down below in the description box. Be sure to follow me on Instagram because that's where I'm at usually most of the time. I do have a Facebook. I'll put all my social media stuff in the description box as well. And I will see y'all in my next video. Have a great week, y'all.